We're back.
You're not even a cold open?
We're back. You know, our cold open is, you know what I wanted to start our cold open off with?
What?
I have that Kesha song stuck in my head.
Which one?
So I got a question. Do you want to have a summer party in my basement? Do I make
I
it be like I need a wet drum? It's my love. It's your drug.
Your drug.
Your drug.
My love.
I feel like you know what?
I just heard the song. Why can't I sing it?
Because so your backup vocals, it was like.
Well, I'm trying not to get us copyright written, so I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. You have such a beautiful voice.
I'm so good, dude. Well, welcome back. I guess we're not doing a cold open. I think we're just going into it. Dude, that's so rude. That's so rude. That's so rude. That's so unbelievably rude. What are you doing? Why are you stealing my aesthetic?
So when you were gone, we were supposed to film a guest episode and I got sick. So it got canceled. And for the guest episode, I was going to dress up like you. We both were. We both were going to dress up like you. So I have a whole Raff costume. Well, I also have to do it for stream too.
What do you need to do it for stream?
They made me do a sub goal to cosplay you.
Why?
What is this, fucking dude? Freaks.
What is this?
That's what I said. I said, you want me to cosplay Raff? They're like, yeah, we want you to dress up like him. And I was like,
they miss me that much?
It was even before you left, which is a crazy thing.
Just watch me instead. Just watch me instead.
Literally. So
I don't like this. I don't like that you took the exact same glasses that I have.
The fact that they're so perfect is crazy.
That's insane.
And I'm so glad you wore that today because I was like, yes.
I almost didn't. I thought I was wearing too much green. I wasn't going to do it.
No, I think it's cute whenever you match like that, and the sheet. You said like
it's too much. It's too much.
I think the black, if you're wearing like a green shade pants, it would have been too much, but I think it balances it.
Nah, it's way too much. The white shoes were fine. I don't like that.
Let me show you what else I got.
But you didn't get to do, why didn't you get to do the episode?
Because I had a sinus infection.
Oh.
And my mom was like, do you have mono? So no, I don't.
She does. Sorry, Mom. She does have mono. It's true. She does have mono. I know because my throat's starting to get sore, dude. Your face is not big enough for that. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. My chain's not even that big. Don't fuck up your eyebrows. This is actually great. Save this for another.
Let me show you. Let me show you the best part. Okay.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Keep them closed.
I really don't want to keep them closed. I really don't want to. Keep them closed. All right, I'm keeping them closed.
Don't open them yet. I'll tell you what.
Okay. She's making me pull out my eyebrow hair.
Why?
She's stressing me out. She's making me pull out my eyebrow hair right now. Do you see this?
Hold on.
She's making me pull it out. Can I open? Can I look? I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Yes.
You think it's so funny, don't you? The nipples on that are fucking wrong, first of all. Wrong. This is fucking horrifying.
So what I was going to do is
wear a shirt over it?
Yeah, and then...
This is horrifying.
And then I'll be like, oh my God, I'm too hot. Hold on.
This is horrifying. This is terrifying. You're just going to do the whole bit right now? Well, why don't you save the good stuff for when you actually do this? That's already too many layers. I'm not a fan of this. You also just look like the guy on your...
Who?
The guy on your shirt.
John Brown?
Yeah.
I think it's a black guy.
Oh, never mind.
Not John Deere.
Well, yeah, but I'm just... whoever the guy is, he doesn't look black
or
white.
It's Hassan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Hassan. Sorry, I looked at myself in the mirror.
Okay.
So what I was going to do is like, oh my God, I'm so hot right now.
Uh-huh.
So hot in my house.
This would have been good because your acting chops are, dude, the nipples are insane on that. The nipples are insane on that. Looks like you had botched surgery. They're like on the top. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I hate this. I hate it.
I love it.
I don't like it.
I love it.
Is that all I am? Is just a man with chest hair all out and just hair everywhere? Am I just a man with bad nipples and hair?
You don't have bad nipples.
How do you know? How do you fucking know?
Because I've seen you shirtless.
You haven't seen me shit.
I've waxed your titty before.
Oh, that's true. You have waxed my breast, yes. Well, I'm sorry you missed out on that.
I know, man. I'm
super sick.
I'm so pissed.
And I'm sorry you guys missed out on an episode.
I was so pissed, bro. I was like, dude, we could eat this up. And then the thing is, Elliot's been getting into this box trying to steal the beard.
You have a little on your lip. It's on your lip. Just wipe your lip. Just wipe your lip. It's right there.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what it's like having a beard.
I hate that.
So Elliot's been trying to get into the box?
He's been trying to steal the beard. Look, he'll get into the box and just take it out. I'm like, the fuck are you doing?
He misses me too. I've been gone for 2 weeks, dude. I've been in Australia, mate. I've been in Australia. And let me tell you something. The best. Better than America.
Why?
So clean.
What
so
else?
chill. The food is fresh. Ugh. I went into my uncle's house and my cousin's house. Both houses in the bathroom, they had a light and then a heat lamp. And in my head, I thought, makes perfect sense.
So why don't you just get a heat
Genius.
lamp for your bathroom?
Huh?
Why do you just get a heat lamp
Because
for
it
your
doesn't make
bathroom?
any sense. The way they have it set up, it's
Is it
right
on the
above.
ceiling?
It's right above. My light is not right above in my bathroom.
Oh.
But the heat lamp was genius. I recommend it to everybody. You should just get a heat bulb or heat lamp.
I like being cold after the shower.
Ew, you're a weirdo. Nobody likes being cold after the shower.
What
about being cold do you like after a shower? You're like this.
Well, I shower at, that's a lie. I like being cold when I go to bed.
You shower probably at the hottest of temperatures. Am I
Yeah.
correct? Yes, as women do, right? Mm-hmm. The hottest,
Yes.
skin melting. Why would you want to go from that extreme to the other extreme of cold?
Because I like feeling.
Why wouldn't you want to like ease yourself?
Because I like
out
feeling
of it?
cold and I like cuddling into my blanket.
You don't take a shower in the morning to start the day.
No, I like showering at night.
You're not a
If I'm
morning
going
shower?
somewhere, I shower in the early afternoon morning.
Okay, so then why would you want to be cold?
It's like, I don't know.
But you could still be cold. Just keep your house cold, and then you just have the heat lamp for when you're like doing all your other shit. It dries you off. Think of it like that. You're like chicken that was ordered and hasn't been delivered yet. You're just like cooking under there for a little bit. I thought it was genius. I loved it a lot. Best part of Australia.
I just hate warmth.
Saw penguins. Best part of Australia.
Put a picture here.
Or maybe don't put a picture here. Maybe I don't want
You know
them
what?
to
Yeah,
see.
gatekeep it.
Maybe I don't want them to see that.
Gatekeep it. Gatekeep that shit.
Maybe I don't want them to see that.
It was so cute.
But maybe put a picture up here, producer. Yeah. What else did I do? It was just great.
Wedding.
Wedding was sick. So I just saw a bunch of animals. Kangaroos are like, they're everywhere.
Did you touch any?
Do I touch any? Animals or kangaroos?
Animals.
I didn't touch any animals, no.
I wish you held like a penguin. Well, yeah.
Well,
but I wish you had
the penguin thing was like it was a viewing experience. It wasn't like a interact with penguin situation.
like a koala picture or a wombat.
The places we went to, they just like re-released their wombats.
Why?
Well, it's a sanctuary, so they just kind of like nurse them and then like
okay.
I think bring them back into the wild, or other zoos will take them in. That's what usually sanctuaries do. They'll like raise them or like make sure they get back to good health, and then other zoos they'll give them to other zoos and stuff.
One thing I realized is Tasmanian devils aren't actually ugly.
Dude, those little fuckers were cute.
They look like ferrets and skunks combined.
Dude,
Taz
so cute
from Looney Tunes fucks them up, makes them ugly.
Dude, they were cute. It was honestly probably one of the better animals. We went up and we saw like one was like watching, just like hanging out with us, and it waved at us at one point. It was sick, dude.
Like actually, like
yeah, my dad was waving at it, and then it went like this or something.
I would have literally shit myself if I died.
cool, dude.
Did you shit yourself?
Yeah, It was awesome.
I would have pogged out of my mind.
And we thought there was only one, but there was two. And then the other one pulled out, yeah.
You know what I want to see? A panda.
We can. Just go. Who has it? San Diego, right?
San Diego. I hate the zoo, though.
So, go to see the panda.
The
Would you rather see them in the wild?
Kind of.
They'll eat you, right?
You know how they say, like, grizzly bear, you can outrun them, but polar bears, you'll be fucked.
Yeah.
What is the premise for pandas?
I think if you bow to them and show them respect, then they're okay.
What if I speak Chinese to it?
What kind of Chinese?
Mandarin? They're coming for you.
Yeah. What about Cantonese?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think if you speak Mandarin, maybe they'll get it.
I don't like the zoo. Sanctuaries are cool, but I don't really like zoos.
Anyways, Australia was great. I had a great time there. I had a lot of fun. But now I'm back. Dude, I got to the States and everything went to fucking hell. Literally everything went to hell. Get to the States, Trump and Elon break up. Okay, great. Elon goes on a huge smear campaign. Smear campaign. ICE is going fucking rabid right now. Everything is going absolutely fucking bonkers here in the States.
Our city's burning.
Yeah.
I feel like LA has been through a lot this last year with like the wildfires and now this.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, like ICE raids have been happening.
Yeah.
Even through the Biden administration.
We've even talked about it in a previous episode. Like, ICE raids are happening. Watch out.
But I feel like I feel like the Trump administration, I think I saw a statistic from Mr. Caprice Poppy. He said that statistically more deportations happen under Biden. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Trump, I can't think of the word, but like they basically showcase the deportations in such a violent, vile way of these people. And it's like disgusting. And the reason why it's such a big deal in LA is because LA is considered a sanctuary city. So whenever you are talking about a sanctuary city, it's basically a city that will not cooperate with like ICE or any of these organizations to give information away that could potentially put these people at harm.
Right. Which is interesting considering ICE still operates here in California, though.
The thing is, what happened was LAPD went behind the mayor's back. Mm-hmm. And when the raids were planned, they launched on June 6th, I want to say. Mm-hmm. The mayor didn't know, which I kind of find bullshit, to be quite honest. Like, how the fuck did you not know? So basically, LA is a sanctuary city, and apparently LAPD, they're not supposed to collab with ICE.
Right.
And they did. They went to Santee Alley. They went to the fashion district in downtown LA and mass raided a store. Yep. And obviously people fought back in downtown LA. Santee Alley is basically the biggest part in America that produces like merch. Mm-hmm. I think it's like 80% of merch comes out of Santee Alley. So like if any influencers like releasing like a bathing suit or anything, it's literally from Santee Alley. So people were fighting back. They were fighting against ICE agents, and the FBI was there as well. And then at night, they moved into Chinatown, and they were fighting people in the parking lot. And obviously, word spread fast that ICE is in LA, so people were being warned. And then a couple days later, there was a protest outside of City Hall. Right. And this is when shit hit the fan, because Trump released the National Guard on us. Mm-hmm. People were protesting. I went and protested, and to be quite honest, it was really scary. And I think that's why my anxiety was a little bad today, because I still felt like, I don't know, it was like really nerve-wracking. I've been to protests before, multiple about Palestine, and they're never like this big or this intense. The only other one I went to that was really intense was at the White House when George Floyd was murdered. And it was like, it wasn't as bad as this one in LA. As soon as I got there, they tried shooting me. And where'd I put it? Like, they're shooting people with this. Like, these are the rubber bullets. And a lot of people aren't like really, they're throwing things back, but they're not like getting violent. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's how most of the protests are. I feel like that we've been seeing is like the news reports it as, you know, the rioters, the protesters are doing heinous shit, But most of the time, it's not even them who start it. They go, they protest, they get loud. They do what they have to do in a protest, and then people, the fucking police force, start shooting this shit at them.
Yeah, like I want you guys to realize it's literally as big as my palm.
Yeah, dude. Like people think that they're getting shot with non-lethals. This is still fucking dangerous.
Like imagine you get shot in the eye with that. And this isn't
like soft rubber. I mean, it's I can put my thumb in it, but it's like it's hard to do.
The force it comes out of with the gun thing they're using, imagine you get shot in the head or the eye. Like reporters have lost their eyes for being shot with that before.
Yeah, and I'm sure people are like, well, they're trained not to shoot people in the head. Yeah, but they're also trained how to de-escalate a situation. This is not really fucking it.
And there's literally a video of an Australian reporter. Mm-hmm. She's covering it, and you see the agent
look at her
and shoot her in the leg.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that's what it looks like on the film. For sure. It looks like he's turned directly to her, shot her, looked at her, thought about it, and then shot at her.
It's ridiculous.
Now, is that what happened? Like maybe, who knows? But that's what is seen on the video, and it's not really anybody else around her. So it's just fucking crazy. And then everything else we've been seeing from people, from, independent journalists, aka people, us with phones and stuff like that, is that it's always the same bullshit, dude. People go, and then they're like, you know what? Somebody in the police force or the riot force or whatever is just like, get rid of them, and then they try to clear out the areas for whatever reason.
What started happening when I left after like about 2 hours because my anxiety was like shooting through the roof, and I'm like, I need to to be quite honest, I wasn't gonna go originally because I was like, I already have a lot of shit to worry about. Within the government aspect of things. So I was like, I'm not going to but then my neighbors texted me. They're like, we want to go. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll go. Because I did have the sense of guilt. Because I was even telling my neighbor, I was like, I kind of feel guilty not going. And she's like, we'll go. That's my issue about me is I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, I need to I feel like guilty if I'm not I guess putting action into my praxis or my beliefs, I guess, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Just talking about it, but not doing anything to further the movement.
It makes sense to me.
So then I have that sense of guilt. But then I ended up going. I saw Hassan there. He didn't recognize me.
Because you were full niqabbed up.
And I was, and then I pulled down my glasses. I was like, oh, hey. Saw Taylor Lorenz, love her. Saw Tony, saw Marsh. And then I was just talking to people, and they were telling me that this is worse than the 2020 BLM protests in LA.
Yeah, I mean, you have National Guard pulled out on you.
It's insane, and what happened is they basically started cornering everybody.
Yeah.
And people were driving by, and then they were beeping and beeping. The police were even shooting at some of the cars, which is crazy. So by the time I left, it was the police were at a corner, and then the protesters were on so think of this as an intersection. They were right here, and the protesters were over here. So they're pushing them out. It was really weird, and then they're cornering them from the other way. But apparently Newsom is filing a lawsuit, or he had filed a lawsuit at this point against Trump for deploying the National Guard.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's unconstitutional. There's no reason why a protest, otherwise peaceful, should be met with such a great force. I mean, it just happens all the time, dude. I feel like we haven't really had peaceful protests met that way since civil rights, or with intent to hurt.
It's crazy because obviously after George Floyd was murdered, Ferguson was crazy. I don't think I remember people were looting, whatever, but to be quite honest, I don't give a fuck about the material possessions of buildings and stores and Target. Yeah. I feel the meaning of the movement is so much more than oh my god, a window's broken. Oh my god. Okay,
I'm gonna disagree with you on that. I don't mind it if it's corporations. I don't
local businesses. Don't fuck with them.
If you fuck with the local business, it's what are you doing?
But we're also not advocating to fuck with any businesses.
Don't fuck with any businesses.
But if it does happen, I'm not gonna be oh my god, boo-hoo. The one thing though we were talking about earlier, the Waymos.
Dude, when I saw Waymos getting attacked, and I was like, dude, leave the Waymos alone, for real. Leave the Waymos alone. Those poor little things.
Whenever I was there, they were too lit on fire.
Yeah, like what are you doing with the Waymos? I saw somebody post saying that, you know, we live in a what's it called?
Surveillance?
We live in a surveillance state or a surveillance, you know, country or whatever. And the Waymos have cameras, and they are, you know, police are using the Waymos to kind of get information of who's where and when. And I'll be honest with you, if that's the reason, then okay. But like, also, I don't think people are really that in tune with. I think they're just burning the Waymos to burn the Waymos. Like, leave the Waymos alone. They're people. They're people too, okay? This is literally the reason why in like maybe 10, 20 years we're going to have like a automaton revolution, and we're going to have like it's going to be us versus robots. And they're going to be like, "You remember what you did to us to the Waymos? Remember what you did to the Waymos?" Mm-hmm.
Are they going to do like Transformer like
I don't know, dude. But people are burning Waymos and throwing the scooters at them. I'm like, dude, I have places to go.
So the Waymo thing, I'm like, but listen, if they start fucking with the autonomous DoorDash delivery drivers,
leave Joseph, Carl, Bob, and Caitlin and Angeline alone.
And Jamal alone.
Leave them alone. If they start fucking with the delivery service vehicles, the autonomous ones, I'm going to riot.
I feel so sad for them because it's just like
they're just doing their job.
Like even whenever they like get fucked up on a curb, I'm like, imagine they just start beating the shit out of them.
Yeah, dude, it would actually hurt my feelings.
Imagine you order something and then it gets intercepted.
Yeah, it gets intercepted.
It's like literally a victim of the fucking protest.
I have to take it in and take it to the hospital, put it in the back seat of like my car.
Or you go up, you like find it on the GPS, and you just use the code while it's on fire.
There's just an oil puddle on the floor. God. But I do understand I do understand the reason behind breaking down the Waymos and doing stuff like that. It's just like, you know, there's no real. I personally am not a violence of any kind person. You know, I'm not a let's deface things, let's break things down, let's destroy infrastructure that was put in place by the man. You know, I'm not big into destruction of things, but I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself to be a pacifist.
Yeah.
You know, I almost said a story. I don't know if I want to include it or not.
All right.
But maybe I'll tell you it, and then worst case scenario, we just cut it out.
Sure, why not?
At the White House, I sprained my ankle the day the day of the protest. We weren't planning on going. I was just gonna go to my friend's house to play Animal Crossing, and then we drove to the White House, and then I was wearing Birkenstocks, and obviously shit was getting heated because the Secret Service were getting so violent with the protesters. And I lost my shoe on my sprained ankle.
You already told the story on the podcast.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, so you're good to say it.
Oh, and I lost my shoe. I mean, keep it in, obviously. I lost my shoe in the ruckus. Mm-hmm. And as I went to go grab it, somebody fucking grabbed my shoe and threw it at Secret Service. I was like, that was my shoe. I had a cankle. It was so bad. It was hurting so bad, too. And then Secret Service gave me my shoe back when I asked.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was shocked.
Hell yeah, dude.
But they literally walked back and got it and gave it to me. I was like, excuse me, that's my shoe. Can I have it back, please?
Nice. And they gave it back.
And then I went back right in their fucking face.
Fuck you, fuck you.
No, but
that's weirdo behavior. You shouldn't have done that. Can I please have my shoe back? I would have left the protest right after. I would have been like, all right, I've done my piece. I'm good.
And we ended up leaving shortly after because they started like tear gassing people. And
yeah.
I was like, to be quite honest, I don't think I could handle being tear gassed. Well, you know what kind of like gave my body a reaction?
What?
I guess I wasn't processing it. Like they're like flashbanging.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where I just like could not stop shaking. I was like, oh, I gotta go. I'm like, I can't be here anymore.
Yeah.
And then somebody told me some bullshit. They're handing out papers. And this was at a time where I like separated myself from like the main front lines. I was like kind of like in the middle still.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody came up to me. They're like, instead of being a spectator, why don't you join on the front lines and make history?
Why don't you go on the front lines and make history?
In my head, I'm like,
why are you guilting people into like doing anything?
I'm like, the two people I'm with are fucking immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, we were just up there. They tried shooting us multiple times. Not even just once, like multiple fucking times. The guy right next to me got shot in the leg.
Nice.
But you know what helped him?
What
kind of mitigated the pain? He had a cardboard right in front of him.
Oh, nice.
And it shot right through it.
Yeah, and it still hurts.
I know.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm all about like advocating for the cause, but like I also have boundaries for myself. You know what I mean? If I don't feel comfortable, I'm not going to put myself in an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, you don't need to be all up in other people's faces too in order to protest. You know what I mean?
And then some guy there had a fucking toucan. That shit blew my mind.
The toucan thing I saw on your story, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, bring that home.
I was like, is that
Leave
fucking
the toucan
real?
at home.
People had their dogs there.
Leave them at home. You know, if you need if you need like a service animal of any kind, or if you need like if it's like a therapy dog, don't come.
I know.
Like, you know, stay in the back, if anything. It's ridiculous. Like, why are you putting your dog in danger?
Like, I've never seen a toucan before in real life.
You know better than the police who are riding the horses.
Oh my God, that's the shit that makes me so sad is the fact that the fucking horses had riot gear on.
Yeah.
I was like...
Don't feel bad for those horses. Those horses are A-cab as well.
A-cab except Sydney and Jerry.
That's true.
What if we're protesting and then we fucking see Sydney and Jerry? That'd break my heart.
They're just doing a job. For me, they're just doing a job.
For context, Sydney and Jerry are TwitchCon security guards that we had. But they're
just doing a job.
They're also police officers.
But they're also police officers not in California.
Not in California, but we always say A-cab except Sydney and Jerry.
Always A-cab except Cindy and Jerry.
And the horses and the police dogs.
Yeah.
What other police animals are there?
Toucans. Well, it's such a weird thing to bring a toucan to a fucking thing. Because then you're making it about you.
My neighbor brought her camera. I'm going to ask her for pictures. And because I don't want to like include the guy's face because he wasn't wearing a mask.
I mean, you guys get it. The guy had a toucan. We don't need to show
literally
a picture
on his arm. And I was like, dude, that bitch looked fake as fuck because it wasn't moving.
A toucan. Look up a picture of a toucan. Imagine a guy's arm. It was sitting on the guy's arm.
We got Toucan Sam there.
Yeah. As soon as you start bringing like weird animals into it, you're making it about you and not about the movement.
I agree because that distracted me.
I was like, what's going on here? Why do you got a toucan?
Like, I would never bring Theo.
Somebody bring like a boa snake, you know, having people like wear it. I don't know, dude. Emotional support animals. If you need an emotional support animal, you shouldn't be going to an anxiety-ridden protest.
Oh, you know what I realized?
But also, good job on, you know, showing up and voicing your support. I respect that, but also stay home.
This was almost as bad as the encampments. The UCLA ones. Oh, that coverage fucking shook me for days after that.
Yeah.
I hated that.
What, the coverage?
Whenever me and Capri live streamed UCLA.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, they're not fun, these things.
But it's so important. I mean, I didn't live stream the other protests I went to the other day because...
Well, the whole reason why we protest is so we don't live in a fascist society.
Exactly.
You know, as soon as we stop people from protesting, then it becomes we start living in a fascist. We start living in a fascist way, and the only way to beat fascism is to voice opposition to fascism, which is, you know.
I saw a sign because obviously there's like so much graffiti.
Yeah.
And a sign was posted, and it said, "Make it hard to be a Nazi now, or soon they'll make it dangerous not to be a Nazi."
Yeah.
Because obviously fascism has been a thing for decades at this point, but we're getting into an era where it's so socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Amongst way too many people. And yeah, if there's protests near you, go to the streets, stay safe.
Or don't. It's okay if you don't. You don't need to. It's all right.
Yeah.
But if you go, stay safe.
Stay safe. If you're undocumented, you don't have to answer the door. We'll put links in the below.
Sure.
Of resources of what to do if ICE comes to your house.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, keep fighting the good fight, I guess, because it's ridiculous.
But
dude.
also, you can respect your own boundaries too.
100
Don't put yourself in an
Don't
uncomfortable
feel guilty
situation.
for not doing it.
Don't be a dumb bitch like me.
You don't need to feel guilty for not putting yourself in a dangerous situation.
Yeah, because
there's other ways to fight. There's information.
It is scary out there, I will say. It's very, and you know what's funny? It's like even watching Hassan's stream, like you can tell he's nervous because whenever he's super nervous, he starts laughing.
Yeah.
And he got to a point where he started laughing. I'm like, he's fucking nervous.
Yeah, dude.
Because it's very scary. It was very scary. I was like, ugh. Even today, like I was like getting ready for this. We went to a beach party today, and I just could not stop shaking out of nowhere. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, because I don't know. But anyways.
All right. Cool.
I don't know what else to say.
What?
I said I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just weird because I don't want to be like, oh, she's a little baby bitch.
Okay.
She can't handle this.
You can be a little baby bitch. It's fine.
Yeah.
You got shot at, dude. Whatever. You got shot at. Be a little baby bitch about that. I'd be a little baby bitch if I got shot at. Just it's insane. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. We shouldn't even have ICE. It's ridiculous. I saw a tweet that was like, what did it say?
Was it Glendale?
No, I mean I saw that. Obviously Pasadena has cut ties with
ICE.
With ICE and with Homeland.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous, dude.
But I was like, I thought we were a sanctuary state, so I was confused at that too. The tweet I saw was it said who cares about immigrants in the country? Grow up. I was like, yeah, okay, it's true. Who cares?
Do you want me to tell you about this? Let me tell you the statistical perspective of this.
Yeah.
The fertility rate in America is decreasing significantly, and in order to be at replacement value, you have to be at 2.1.
Yeah.
America's at like 1.6.
Yeah.
So obviously, I feel like if we have more immigrants,
it's good for us.
Yes, it keeps us where we should be.
Always.
In the fertility rate,
right?
Replacement value.
I have a bad take, and it might get me canceled.
Hit me with it.
If you're brown or from an immigrant family, why are you working for ICE?
No, that's a great fucking take.
I think you're a traitor if you do that,
dude. Like,
I think you're a traitor.
Like, imagine if we worked for ICE.
It's ridiculous. But that's what I'm saying. ICE is ridiculous. Because everybody who's working for ICE is part of an immigrant family. Maybe not first generation, but they are immigrants of some kind. And so the idea that we even have a force of Americans, quote unquote, kicking out other immigrants is ridiculous, dude.
It's like, imagine, like, obviously, like, we know the immigrant struggle because our dads were immigrants.
Yeah, dude.
Like, your parents worked so hard to build up a life for you in America. And like kind of like try to pave a way of success, and then you go and become a fucking ICE agent and kick people out of the country trying to do the same for their entire family.
And granted, there are immigrant families that come here and don't have like the best of life, and maybe there's resentment built up in that. But it's not the immigrant. It's not being an immigrant that does that to you.
It's
just be better.
Yeah,
I guess.
Dude, you know what ASMONGOLD said?
What did he say?
He's like,
let me start to bleep this before we figure this one out. Okay.
It was like, oh, you know it's a protest in America whenever you see countries from different flags all over the place.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, dog, because we're an immigrant society. It's ridiculous.
It's like we live in such a melting pot country.
Yeah.
And people only... Oh, I saw a good fucking tweet.
Hell yeah, hit me with it.
It was like... You know, they're like, oh, like, they don't work. They're just stealing whatever. It's like every fucking ICE raid has been at their place of employment.
Yeah, it's always been at a place of employment.
Yes.
It's always been at... I've never, like... And sometimes just right off the street.
Yeah, which they use their tax information to find said place of employment. They're paying their fucking taxes.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous, dude. You know what I mean? It's batshit, dude.
And it's people are, they're saying they're being kidnapped, they're being trafficked, and they're being held in undisclosed locations.
I really truthfully believe you let anybody into this country, go for it. As soon as they commit a crime and are found guilty of the crime, that is grounds for deportation.
The thing is, it's not like immigrating to America is easy. It's like a fucking...
It's hard to do.
Decade-long process.
And that's if they do it within the right processes, too. Even in the wrong processes, it could take fucking...
It's ridiculous.
Decades, dude. Even if they're like crossing a border or whatever. It's not easy to fucking do. This whole fucking immigration problem is such a 2-year-old problem. You know what I mean? It's just like ridiculous. We need to grow up as a fucking country.
And
sick of it, dude.
And let's not talk about how America even started in the first fucking place.
Dude, exactly.
Violence.
Believe me, dude.
Violence.
Fucking
Christopher Columbus, motherfucker.
Not even him, dude. It was it really is Phoenicians that fucking founded America. Technically. A long time ago. You know how many people, how many groups of people founded America? I think Italians founded America at one point. You know what I mean?
Where would we be if we lived in an Italian America?
I don't know, dude. The only reason why it's called America is dude, it's just fucking, it's ridiculous, dude. But whatever.
More into politics.
Yeah, our favorite topic of all time, more politics. I get back and I see, my last couple of days, first of all, in Australia, I was in Australia, right? I said that. Hello, hi. I was in Australia. So different, politics-wise.
I just realized something.
What?
You're a fucking op.
How am I an op?
You were literally in the fucking future and you could have told us what was going to happen.
Nah, dude, I didn't want to ruin the surprise. I would have said something about the ice raids because that was happening as I was flying back. But I would have said something about the ice raids. I'm not a full op, but Elon Musk and Trump breaking up, that was just fun news for me. But dude, it's like I get back, or not even like the day before I get back, it's like I see Elon tweeting about Trump, and I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, by the way, Trump is on the Epstein list. It's like, bitch, you are too.
You are too.
I've seen pictures of you next to Ghislaine.
Yeah. Ghislaine.
That's her fucking name, is it not?
Ghislaine. I don't know, dude. It's not Ghislaine. It's not a street in America.
Ghislaine.
Nah. Ghislaine. I don't know.
I
Who knows?
I like calling her Ghislaine because it's just like...
It's fun to say.
Yeah.
But, dude, it's his tweet about like, oh, big bomb. Trump is on Epstein's island. He's on that list. That's why it hasn't been made public. And I'm like, we know. Give me something juicier, dude. The whole thing is just like, we obviously saw this coming. It had to have come at some point because you can't have two deeply narcissistic personalities trying to work together.
Right.
And the whole thing was about, the whole falling out was that Trump didn't approve a bill that Elon wanted to pass.
So basically, I'm going to Capriify this.
Yeah, Capriify for me.
Because I was really confused too. And so basically, it's like something about the electric credits.
Yeah.
And they're allocated towards certain blue and red states. And in blue states, you're allocated more electric credits because we basically have everything like, there's like green power, whatever. But whenever you think of like the red states, they're not really up to par in that thing.
Right.
So Elon was asking for more electric credits for the red states.
Mm-hmm.
Tesla.
Right.
Trump said, fuck you, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
No. But they think like the start of the dominoes falling was the Wisconsin race for the judge. Mm-hmm. Elon put so much money, millions and millions of dollars into that election, and he still lost. A Democratic judge won.
Oh, okay.
And he even said that he was like, we'll do a raffle for $1 million if you vote for this Republican.
Right.
He lost. And that kind of looked like, oh, well, Republicans are buying the election. And, we're a democracy. We're not going to have that.
Yeah.
So people start shitting on the Trump administration for that, even like the Reds, like Republicans as well.
Yeah, because you can't do that. You are an official in office. You should not be allowed to donate money to a government cause.
The funny thing is, everyone hates Elon in the Trump administration,
Yeah.
and now they're talking about removing his funding.
Good.
And
deporting him. We got ICE. This ICE practice happening in LA. Fuck it. Get Elon out of here too.
you know what? Isn't fucking Trump's wife a goddamn immigrant too?
Get her out of here too, dude.
Yeah.
Melania is actually. I have a belief Melania is not even in the fucking country. I feel like she's like part-time his wife.
Dude, she's so weird. And then my favorite conspiracy theory is, so Elon had a black eye.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And he's like, oh, like my son like kicked me in the face. My son punched me. He like changed the story. So there's a rumor that he cheated on somebody in the Trump administration's wife, because she also used to work for the Trump administration.
He was trying to have an affair with somebody in the Trump administration.
And then she left, and now she works for Elon.
Yeah.
And there's a specific politician, don't ask me his name because I forgot, who's left-handed. And the punch lines up with the left-handed.
Right.
So they think they punched him in the face.
Which is a fun conspiracy theory.
I know.
To have. It's a good one. It's T. And if that's true, then hell yeah. But also, if that's true, gross on that woman. Did she go through with it, or he was just trying?
Yeah, she quit the Trump administration job and works at Elon now.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why
You're weird if you think he's attractive.
But also, it's like, I don't even know if his dick works or not. Because there's...
Oh, come on. He fucking artificial inseminated a shit ton of people. He can figure out a way to make his dick work.
There's rumors that he tried doing dick elongation surgery.
Yeah.
And it's botched.
Nice.
I don't know how real
It
that
grows
is.
out of this side. It grows right here out of his thigh instead of right.
Dude, random diversion. I saw like an Instagram reel about people getting filler in their dick.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably painful.
It's probably not good, considering your dick is like it fills up with blood. I can only imagine what that's like.
My lips are blood, though.
Yeah, but your lips don't shrink and grow.
True.
You know, so that's weird. But anyways, back to the back to the Trump administration thing. Yeah. So now Elon and Trump are fighting each other. And Kanye's been like a middleman.
No,
don't fight my buddies, my
If-
friends.
If we ever fought, who do you think would be our Kanye?
Or Kanye? Murdoggin. Be Mur. I saw a bunch of tweets. Elon's just dumping tweets about how shitty the Trump administration is now.
And he deleted the fucking Epstein tweet, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like you're a pussy
Come
bitch.
on, don't be a pussy, dude. Also, you own Twitter. You don't know we can screenshot? Come on, motherfucker. Also, here's the thing about that. He did tweet something else. He's like, the Trump administration botched my bill that was going to help the middleman or something like that. I'm like, when have you ever given a shit about the middleman?
He said, he's like, let's make a new...
That's what it was.
Let's make a new party that supports the 80%.
Yeah.
Bitch.
I'm like, when have you ever... Now he's just like grabbing at straws, trying to be on the good side of Americans again.
Dude, and I bet you so many men are going to fall for that dumb bullshit.
100% they will, dude. Oh, he's right. I am the middle class, and I really do need... Yeah, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up.
Going for the fucking beard right now.
What, your beard? Oh,
Elliot.
that guy? He's a weirdo. I bet you he votes for Trump.
Elliot votes for Bernie Sanders.
Nah, I don't believe that. But it's just so funny, dude. And I know what I'm supposed. I know I should be like concerned for our country, but damn, it is so funny to watch
Here's the thing.
them. What?
Hold on, let me adjust myself.
Oh, here she comes. She's getting ready. She's getting ready to fight.
Here's the thing.
Well, watch your framing.
Here's the
There
thing.
you go.
I'm not going to fight you. I feel like people are so fucking delusional and don't realize that the country has been shit for years.
Yeah, it's been
for
awful.
decades.
It's been pretty bad.
And people only start caring about things once it starts directly affecting them. A lot of
100%.
people, they have empathy, sure, but it's selective empathy.
Yeah, it's 100%.
So it's like, they're like, now my money is going to be fucked up. Now I'm going to start caring.
Yeah, that's literally it.
The motherfuckers that are like, we shouldn't be supporting Teslas. while they have Teslas.
Yeah, I know. If we shouldn't be supporting Teslas, then don't drive a fucking Tesla around. You know what I mean? And granted, you buy one, fine. You bought one years ago when it came out, fine.
You wanted an entry-level luxury electric vehicle?
But don't pretend like you hated and we're so anti-Elon and anti-Tesla.
Yeah.
Your whole life. Just own up to it.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, I have a Tesla. I don't agree with it. I should get rid of my Tesla. Also, you can. Just trade in your Tesla for a different electric vehicle. You don't need to have a Tesla.
Right.
There's so many other electric vehicles out there that are, first of all, hardwired better.
I don't know shit about cars, to be quite honest.
I don't know shit about cars either. I just know when something is better. You know? Get a fucking Hyundai Ioniq 5 or 6.
Use code Raff.
Use code Raff at checkout. I'm just kidding, dude. Could you imagine if I had a Hyundai sponsor? That'd be amazing.
Dude, that'd be sick.
That'd be amazing. The Koreans loving me, giving me a Hyundai sponsor. That'd be awesome. But the country's been going to shit when I was in fucking Australia. It's just been fucking crazy. Was there anything else on the Trump Elon thing? I just think it's ridiculous that the girls are fighting.
Oh, that fucking AOC bitch, dude. They're like, AOC, what do you think about Trump and Elon? And she's like, the girls are fighting. And I'm like, girl, shut up. She pisses me off so bad.
I loved it.
I hate her sometimes.
Why do you hate her? Do you think she's just cringe?
She used to be this like force for good progressive voice.
Yeah.
And as she like progressed in office, she became really more liberal and started gearing towards like the liberal moderate people. It kind of left her roots as a progressive.
Sure.
But I think this is because she's gearing up for a presidential run.
Yeah.
So she wants to basically gauge the majority.
So it sounds like you just don't like the way she's doing it, but you are hoping that she is going for a presidential run.
I would vote for her.
Yeah, I'd vote for her.
But it's just like...
I think she's sick. I think I would vote for her.
I'd vote for her.
I think our country would be really weird if she got it.
Yeah.
I think we'd be in really weird territory because I think it'd be a lot of resentment in that office. It'd be a lot of like there'd be a lot of civil good and there'd be a lot of civil like what is that? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I'd vote for her.
Like civil things that are like that. Why is that? There was nothing wrong with that thing. I don't have anything specific. I just have a feeling that it's going to be like really good for the first, if she's in office, I'm talking hypothetically, it's going to be really good for the first 2 years. And then like the third year, something's going to happen. And then the fourth year is going to be a lot of repairing. I don't know.
I think I think it would all depend on like whether she's like a Democratic or Republican Congress and Senate.
Yeah.
But like I think she's just gearing up for a presidential run, so she's kind of like pushing the progressives that backed her originally to gain the support.
Appeal to a more wider audience.
Yeah, and I'm just like especially like I'm the Palestinian of what's happening in Palestine. I'm like I don't respect you at all for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there used to be the Squad. You know, it used to be Rashida,
AOC,
Ilhan, and I forgot she's bald.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, she pisses me off. So whenever I saw that video, I'm like, ugh.
The girls are fighting.
I'm a Twitch mod of AOC.
You're what?
I'm an AOC Twitch mod.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Get back in her Twitch streams.
I used to plan her streams.
Yeah.
A lot of the events I help plan. Fun fact of the day. I don't hate her. It's just like, ugh.
You just don't like the movement she's taking in order to like gear herself up for the future stuff.
It makes sense.
And you know what? That happens.
It makes sense the way she's doing it.
It happens.
Because like, look at Bernie.
What about Bernie? What about him?
I'd fuck him. I'm kidding.
Fuck him too, dude. Bernie going crazy, dude. Bernie doing the wildest side quest of all time right now.
What do you do?
He's on Andrew Schultz's podcast, Flagrant. What else did he do? He just did a bunch of random shit.
Do you think Bernie will come on our podcast?
I'm sure if we invite him, he'll come on.
I'd be so shy.
I can't talk to Bernie. I don't know anything political. You know what I mean?
What if we're the first like podcast that like humanizes him?
Can I be honest with you? I didn't watch it, and I'm not. But I think Flagrant did that. I didn't watch it though, but I'm pretty sure it's not hard to humanize him.
You gotta bring out your like inner New Yorker, and you'd bond with him.
Well, I think that's what happened on Flagrant because they're all from New York.
Yeah. I actually did watch a little bit of it. That's basically what happened. They were talking about like baseball and.
Yeah, they were just having
Yeah. But, fuck Flagrant.
Yeah.
I hate Andrew Schultz.
Why are you lying? Why are you lying to them now, dude?
We're doing fabrication beef.
I'm not doing fabrication beef with. We'll lose. We'll lose. I don't have any beef. I have no beef. You can have all the beef with them if you want. You go ahead. You're the beef bringer. You're the beef bringer, and I'm vegetarian.
Oh, okay. Because honestly, yeah, all the beef has unfortunately started because of.
Yeah.
Oh, ASMONGOLD came after me whenever you were in Australia.
No, I saw.
Fucking idiot.
I saw, dude, but I was on vacation.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I saw, dude, but like I'm on vacation. Why do you think I came into your chat so much? Because I saw that he came after you, and I was checking in.
You're checking in?
Yeah, without
That's
saying
nice.
shit.
But
Dude.
I forgot about that. But in my head, I'm saying, fuck this guy. What I was going to say is
we're not a drama podcast. I'm trying to have beef with other podcasts.
No, that's what I think. I'm like, who should we have beef with? Because like,
no, we're done. We're not having.
Because all the other beef accidental.
Oh, it's true. Who should we have real, honest beef? Sad boys, man. You soy boys. I'm so sick of you. You're so nice. Fucking, you're so nice. I'm sick of it. I'm sick how nice you guys are.
Have you considered not sitting like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Vagina out. Yeah. I'm sick of it. And I want you guys to send this to Sad Boys right now.
Imagine we just start this random beef with Jordan and Jarvis. They just run with it.
Yeah, dude. We went over to Jordan's house to play games, and he actually does just sit like that.
He's really tall.
He really does just sit like that. He was sitting in such a weird way, and I was like, dude, what are you sitting like that for?
Pussy out.
Yeah.
And then he made us watch an episode of Doctor Who that was about Rosa Parks.
It was so good.
I'm still thinking about it. It's been weeks. Like, it was the weirdest shit I've ever.
It's been a month since we did that, right?
Yeah.
It was right before I left.
It was so weird.
It was real weird.
You guys should watch the Rosa Parks.
I think it's a newer Doctor Who. Watch the Rosa Parks episode.
Basically, TLDR, a guy was trying to change history so Rosa Parks didn't say no to the bus driver whenever they told her to get up.
Right. Insane.
Fucking dumb.
It's crazy. Other things that have been happening while I was in Australia, dude. Greta Thunberg rallying the troops to bring aid to Gaza.
Let me get my laptop open real quick.
Oh, okay. Here we go. We're getting clips finally? Talking to that.
Yeah. Yes. So basically on June 1st, from Catania, Sicily, Greta Thunberg and a bunch of activists from various countries around the world launched a flotilla called the Madleen Flotilla, which is named after
the Medellin Flotilla?
Madleen.
The Madleen?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which is named after a Gazan girl. She's a teenager who, her name is Madleen Kalab, who would go fishing in the morning, or still does, and they called her the daughter of the sea. Oh, because she tried fishing and like trying to find livelihood and fish for the people since they don't have food.
Got it.
So they named it after her. So they organized the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, wanting to deliver aid to Gaza and challenge Israel's blockade. And on this flotilla, they had supplies like, flour, formula, diapers, prosthetics, medication, all the things. So there's the main, like the notable people are like Greta Thunberg and Rima Hassan, who is a French member of the European Parliament. Right. So they've been sailing, and people have been expecting them to get intercepted.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they announced that, somebody was like asking me, like, do you think they're going to be like bombed by Israel? And I was like, no, why? They wouldn't. It would be World War III if they did that to them. Would they get intercepted? 100%.
So what happened is
they weren't just going to let them walk in for free.
They were hours away from making it to Gaza. Yeah. And then This was on June 8th. They intercepted them in the international waters as they were approaching Gaza waters.
Right.
They sprayed a random white powder / liquid all over the boat.
Like a fire extinguisher thing?
They don't know what they still don't know what it is.
It doesn't. Well, it can't be like anthrax. It'd be.
They said Israeli forces sprayed a white paint-like substance on the ship and it jammed all communications.
Oh, okay.
And the Israeli defense minister called it a hate flotilla and a Hamas propaganda stunt. So
How is it a Hamas propaganda stunt if they're bringing supplies into a place that's being damaged?
I know.
All right.
So they were actually live on Al Jazeera whenever.
Oh, when they got taken?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. So that's a video. That's the photo, and this is the video.
This is the drones flying over.
Okay.
And then they all had like pre-recorded videos too. They're like, if this video's posted, I was taken by Israel.
Oh, okay. And this is Israel coming on the boat right now? Yeah.
This is when they were live on Al Jazeera.
For us, this is yet another war crime added to the long list of war crimes that Israel has been committing.
That's Greta talking to the IDF.
What is she saying?
She's saying, this is a war crime on top of all the other war crimes you've committed so far.
Oh, so, she's going crazy right now with it.
Right now, we have one Ayyrabs people coming our way. Everyone here is safe. No one is wounded right now.
الجميع لحد الآن لم يتعرض إلى إصابة. حافظوا على مواقعكم.
Please raise the alarm.
من فضلكم ارفعوا أيديكم.
Okay.
We are being intercepted right now.
قالوا لنا وطلبوا منا.
In the water right now. If I can manage to throw in the water, I have both my hands. They are here to intercept us. The boat
Okay,
is right
everyone. Phones need to go. Phones need to go, please. Toss it in the water.
أخبرونا بأنهم مع السلامة مشاهدينا وسوف نلقاكم.
And then it cuts
And
off.
then cuts out, yeah.
But yeah, like.
Yeah, so they're taken, which to be honest with you, was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You can't just drive a boat into that area, regardless of who you are.
You technically could. It's international waters.
Yeah, but can you?
Yeah.
You can't just ride up to the port without.
You can. They're following international policies.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, well then fuck it. Then what the fuck's happening?
It's a war crime.
Yeah, it's a seize the boat.
Yeah. So basically, what they don't know the status of any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a tweet today talking about how they want to show them video footage of what happened on October 7th to make them change their
saw that
mind.
too.
And I'm just like,
I saw that too. I forgot who said it. Said that they were planning on showing them what happened on October 7th. And I'm like, that's so what? I don't understand what that.
so we should starve all Palestinians.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They think that like the activists are just going to be deported back to their home countries.
I'm pretty sure that's what would happen. If in my mind, if any of the activists are harmed, especially if Greta Thunberg is harmed, it's World War III.
At the end of the day,
It's World War III.
yeah, none of this was about getting aid to Palestine. I mean, it was obviously a goal, but they knew that it wasn't going to get there.
Yeah.
They wanted they wanted this to be a thing that couldn't be ignored by everybody
By
in the
the
world.
world, yeah.
Funnily enough, there are no Americans on the ship.
Wasn't there? Oh.
Yeah, no. So they knew that this was going to happen, and they all were willing to risk their lives
Yeah.
to like show that like, hey, Israel's committing war crimes, and because they're not fucking Arabs. I mean, there are obviously some Arabs on the ship, but like
Right.
because like the main like known figures are not Arab, people may take it seriously.
Right.
But at the time of the recording, they don't know what happened. Because at the end of the day, like there's like so much aid sitting in Egypt waiting to be transported to Palestine that Israel's not letting in,
Yeah.
and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same old shit with Israel, I saw posts about, I saw obviously, Israeli propaganda posts about how they are fine, or like that they are saying these things are happening and they're not. And I'm like, this is fucking gross.
Yeah, they said that like Israel confirmed that any aid on their ship would be sent to Gaza. I don't believe that.
Don't believe that's not happening.
I don't believe that.
That's not happening. They're gonna sink that flotilla. 100% they'll sink that flotilla.
Because there was a flotilla years ago, I believe, and they killed everybody on the ship.
Yeah, they're just gonna get rid of it.
So it's like, dude, we had a political week this week, huh?
Yeah, I mean, my 10 days, I can't fucking just leave for 10 days without America going to shit again.
Dude, I was thinking about this in bed the other day. I was like, my 20s have been so like eventful politically.
Yeah.
I'm like, has it always been this way? Like even before I wasn't like really socially or like politically aware?
No, dude, I think really the last 10 years have been very just rough in ways that it hasn't been rough in a long time.
Like my entire adult, like ever since I was fucking 18 years old, dude, it's crazy. I'm 28 years old now.
Yeah, I mean, like the last, I can't really think about anything. Like the adulthood is like when it's been.
Fuck, dude.
The last like 10 years, I would say. The last decade has been a lot of. It's just been bullshit, dude.
And then in my head, I'm like, I wish I was like one of those people. I don't wish this, obviously. I'm just like, imagine if I was like one of those like politically unaware people that just like don't give a fuck about anything political.
Right.
And they're like, does it concern me? Mm-hmm. Life would feel so much peaceful.
Yeah, because I'm not a political person. I'm not like really into paying attention, but I know when
You're
stuff
smart,
concerns me. And I know when shit's like important enough to like say something about it. But yeah, I'm not sitting here watching politics every fucking day.
No, you're not like the
life
people,
to live, dude.
No, you're not like the people I'm talking about.
Right.
Because you are politically aware and you care. You have empathy. You're a good person. Not a good person.
Legend.
A great person.
Legend, mate.
A legend.
Legend.
But no,
G'day.
like it's just like the people that are like, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude. It's just what it's just.
This shit happens in the Middle East all the time, and it's like, no, the fuck it doesn't.
That argument pisses me off all the time. I'm like, okay, happens all the time. Then why don't you know what the fuck is happening?
I know, bro. They literally bombed Lebanon the other day again too.
I know. I saw that. Yeah, dude. It's just going crazy. It's just crazy over there. And I'm planning on. I'm actually not going to say what I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm planning on future visits to the Middle East to like go. So all this like shit that's been going on.
Come here, mama. What did he do to you?
I'm gonna put this in your ass.
No. Just violate my cat.
I didn't violate. Showed him who's boss.
I was about to ask the stupidest
Are you about
question.
to smell it?
No, I was not about to smell it. I was about to ask the stupidest question ever. I was about to be like, do you think anybody could shove this up their asshole? But absolutely. It's literally like
I know a couple of gays that could do that. I know a couple of gay boys that could do that.
It's literally like a dickhead.
Also, happy Pride. Pride kicked off pretty great, which was also kind of crazy. Pride kicked off and it was like, yeah, dude, we're in Pride. Some good is happening. And then it was crazy. You know? It's just it's we just can't have a good month, can we? We just can't have a good month.
I had a scare recently.
What, a pregnancy one?
Yeah. My neighbor texted me and she was like, "Oh, by the way, my cat has worms." And I had the biggest spiral of my fucking life.
Why?
Because they saw each other that day.
What? The cats? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I started freaking out, crying, but they're fine.
It's just a worm. Worms go away.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know. My I used to have really bad health anxiety growing up, and it projects onto my animals more so now.
Dude, the worms, you just give them a little dewormer. They're fine. Or
yeah.
they just shit it out.
Yeah, I bought a dewormer.
Khaleesi had worms, and the only way I knew she had worms is because I looked at her shit.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at their shit.
Like,
yeah, no, but I bought it.
Yay! And I was like, yeah, okay, she has worms. And then I gave her, but then I just checked her shit a couple more times after that, and they were gone.
But I bought the dewormer, and what I did was I read all the negative reviews.
This doesn't work. The worms got bigger.
No.
The worms got bigger.
They're like, they killed my cat.
But you can't prove that the dewormer did that. You know what I mean? I don't trust people's reviews. I have to like, what does a doctor tell me?
What I was gonna say is what tweaked me out though is because sometimes you see you can look at their butthole and you can see worms.
Mm-hmm.
So then I looked at his butt. He fucking sprayed his anal glands on me.
Did he?
Yes.
You sicko. Which one?
Who do you think?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sick fuck. You deserved it though. That's what you get for looking at his asshole.
And I was so mad because that shit stinks.
You wanted him to have worms at that point. You're like, you know what? Have worms.
No, I didn't. I was just like, what the fuck? But he had anal gland issues before I moved here. He had to get his anal glands drained.
Yeah.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
You did it yourself?
Hell no, bro.
I was about to say, why'd you do it? Get the vet to do it.
No, the vet did it and they showed me it. And I was like,
Why'd they show it to you? Because you asked?
I didn't ask.
Why'd they show it to you? I've never had a vet show me them shoving their fingers up an ass to clean out a gland.
I don't know, man.
It just drips poopy.
He had an anal gland infection.
Ew.
They're impacted.
Yeah.
And they
Like
showed
tonsils. Like tonsils. Yeah.
me. He keeps looking at you. He's such a fucking freak.
You looking at me?
Yeah.
It's because I put the thing up his ass. I showed him dominance. Dominance.
What if somebody shoved this up your ass?
I take it. Because I'm a liberal, dude.
Bend over then.
I'm a liberal. I can take it. Now people in chat, not in chat, but now people in the comments are be like, Raff's actually a liberal?
He's actually a conservative.
Raff's a Republican and a liberal? And he's a conservative?
It's crazy because they're like, obviously they probably know your political leaning because why the fuck? What?
Nothing. My knee fell asleep, which is a really weird feeling. It's a really weird feeling. Keep talking, though.
Because like obviously I wouldn't fucking associate with somebody that was like a conservative weirdo.
You might.
No.
For shits and giggies.
No, I don't need that entertainment in my life.
Ugh.
How the fuck did your knee fall asleep?
Because I was sleeping on it. I was sitting on it, all bent.
I've been waking up. Like, I mean, I've told you this like multiple times at this point, but then I've been waking up all crippled lately.
Yeah, dude.
Falling asleep like this. I woke up the
Why?
other day. I don't even know because usually I sleep in one position only.
Mm-hmm.
One arm under the pillow, like this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're sleeping all crippled.
Crippled. I don't know. I woke up. I was like sleeping like this. It's like I felt like I was sleeping on a fucking airplane.
Oh yeah, maybe you were just living vicariously through me.
Oh my
and you
God.
wanted to feel the pain that I went through. Stolen valor.
Oh my God, do I have phantom pain?
No, I think you're sleeping like that because you want to be on a plane so bad.
Ugh, no, thank you.
Oh, also, customs was kind of bullshit. I don't know if I should talk about this.
Like,
I'm not going to say exactly what happened at customs, except that I was in line with Tara Yummy and Jake Weber, which was fucking weird to land, walk over to customs, and then just turn around and see Jake Weber's red hair right next to me. And I was like, what? I was like, what is happening right now?
I wish you would have said hi to them.
I thought about it the entire time. I was like, should I say hi to them? My hair was like all like this, and I was like this, really squinty. And I probably smelled, and I was like, I really do not want to talk to them.
You didn't smell when I picked you up.
I thought I did, though. And that's worse.
It is worse.
And my breath, I feel like my breath smelled. I was like, I really don't want to go up to people I've never met and be like, hi, I'm Raff. I'm FROGAN'S friend. You might have heard of me. You know? Because what was I going to say?
You probably
How crazy that we're in the line together.
You know, like, oh, you just got back from Italy. No, I love Jake and Tara. They're so fucking nice.
No, that was cool. But customs was bullshit because the entire fucking couple months before leading up to going to Australia, everybody was pissing me off and trying to scaring me with you shouldn't leave the country right now. You're gonna get deported if you come back. You know, I'm like, out of all of my friends who are saying that, I would be the one to get deported because I've been so vocal about Palestine. Get to U.S. Customs, didn't even fucking check anything. I flew into LA. I went through customs. Usually customs, I have to fill out paperwork. I have to declare or not declare things. I didn't have to do any of that shit.
What do you declare?
You have to declare things.
Like what?
If you bring food items back, or wheat, or if you know what I mean?
I've never been out of the country before.
Yeah, you have to declare things that you're not allowed to bring back.
Oh, that's annoying.
You have to declare if you're sick. You have to declare a bunch of different. There's a whole list.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have like anything like that for me to declare or not declare. And I was just like, oh, no questions. They took a photo of me and that was it. And then I went back in.
You matched your ID?
Huh?
You matched your ID?
That was all it was. They just wanted to see if I matched my passport.
I mean, easy, good.
I was good, honestly, good.
I'm glad you didn't have any issues.
I'm glad I didn't have any
worried.
issues either. But I was like, dude, why do people stress me the fuck out?
Projecting.
And the thing is, I never listen to people. I don't know why I listen to people this time.
Because there's like substance to their claims this time.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because like
And then Hassan got pulled over, and I was like, in my head, I was like, yeah, he did, but obviously he would.
Yeah,
you know? But me, I wouldn't.
Now it's getting to a point where he said that like his friends are getting pulled over at the airport.
Yeah, but they don't know. They don't know that I have any association with him.
If I get pulled over at the airport, I don't know how I'd fucking
call a lawyer. Don't say anything.
Man, I'm like, what if I miss my fucking flight? That pissed me off so bad.
Oh, you think you get pulled over on a layover? No, it's when you're coming back into the country.
The person was leaving. His friend was just leaving JFK.
To go where though?
I don't know.
That's weird. If it's yeah, that would.
You think
piss me
I'd be
off too.
fine traveling domestically?
Yeah.
I don't want to try it.
I
don't want to try. I'm like afraid, low key.
I think you'd be fine. You're flying to Michigan or coming back here.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no problems, and I left and came back.
I mean, Capri's dad went to fucking Lebanon.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
whatever.
We're gonna wrap up. We have patrons. Shut up.
Be rusty.
Yes.
Thank you for watching this episode of the podcast. Check out these patrons right up here above Frogan's head, or right here in this area. I don't know where we usually put it anymore, but there it is. Check them all out. If you guys want to join that, then you guys can just join the Patreon. We just ran our 30% off on May, so you just missed out on that. But you should still subscribe to the Patreon. And if you're a free subscriber on the Patreon, you guys should think about upgrading that because you're missing out on content on the Patreon that we do. We have TV show reviews that we do. We have live reacts that we do on there.
Gypsy Rose is coming
plans
back.
Coming up as well. If you're a patron, you get first dibs on merch whenever that comes out. You get special discounts if you're on Patreon as well. You get an extra 30 minutes to an hour of us on the Patreon. We give a call-in. There's a lot of things on Patreon that you're missing. So if you're thinking about joining the Patreon, go ahead and do it. If you want to test it out for free, be my guest. But think about joining up. Think about going up a little bit.
And most importantly, it supports us as creators.
It does. We don't make anything off of this. Mm-hmm. So every patron helps us out so much. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm back, baby. And I'm more Aussie than I've ever been. And we'll see you on the Patreon. Later.